Good morning and welcome to the 2022 Southwest Minnesota State University Homecoming Parade. I'm Jan Loft along with...
Hi, I'm Mark Folken. I'm a professor of communication studies at Southwest.
We've lost count how many homecoming parades we've been attending, but I said it last year and I'm going to say it again this year, Mark. Doing this parade makes you realize how fast a year goes by. I feel like we were just here 2 weeks ago doing the homecoming parade.
It just flies by.
Yeah.
And we were reminiscing 2 years ago. We were sitting here in our, I think I had 2 sweatshirts or 3 sweatshirts on, and the snow was flying. But today is a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day for a parade.
Yeah,
yes, 2 years
60s.
ago, I had my big white polar coat on and a stocking cap, and it was miserable. It was snowing, and I quipped that the snowflakes on my nose and eyelashes were not some of my favorite things. That was pretty bad. So
certainly were.
We're here in front of City Hall in downtown Marshall, and we are awaiting the parade. I'm assuming they've maybe turned the corner from Independence Park and coming up that section of Main Street. I think I see a flicker of lights, perhaps.
I do see some lights coming.
While we're waiting for the parade to come into our view, we'll let our viewers and our listeners know that the parade will be led by the Marshall Public Safety Department. We always appreciate the work that they put toward parades and other things in the Marshall community. They'll be followed by the American Legion Post 113 Color Guard, and as they come into view, we'll be asking people to remove their headgear and stand, if able, while we honor our nation's flag passing by. They'll be followed by the Marshall Fire Department and the North Memorial Ambulance, because, you know, you can't have a parade without the fire trucks.
No,
Gotta have fire trucks.
And here they come. They're coming right down Main Street. And they're approaching Memorial Park, and they're getting right to the big intersection there between Highway 59 and 19.
So at this point in the parade, if our sound man is listening in, perhaps we can get ready to play the national anthem, and people can honor our nation's flag as it passes by. Thank you to the American Legion Post 113 Color Guard. And we're underway, Mark. Here comes the Homecoming Parade 2022. Marshall Public Safety leading the way, followed by the American Legion Post. And then everybody's favorite, the Marshall Fire Department. Got to have fire trucks at a parade.
Right.
And the fire department will be followed by North Memorial Ambulance.
It's shaping up to be an awesome parade today. There are just over 80 units, I think, in the parade at last check. But of course, you have some late arrivals, so we may have some units that were little surprises for us along the way.
We like to think of it as spontaneity and rolling with the flow.
Exactly.
It's
Everyone
always
likes a
fun
little
to
surprise.
think up the description of the unit as it goes by.
Exactly. Here comes that old fire truck, part of Marshall Fire Department past, right?
Trying to see what it says on the waving. Marshall Fire Department, number 1. Oh, a 1917 Pierce Arrow, the first motorized fire truck in Marshall.
Right. Here we have maybe a few future firefighters waving their hands out the window.
Our family, helping your family, one of the mottos of the Marshall Fire Department.
We're very fortunate in Marshall to have the fire department, and such an amazing fire department, and very well trained and well equipped as well. Obviously, we can see that today.
And volunteers. Marshall's had a fire department since 1890, so a well-established part of our community.
Mm-hmm. I think they've emptied out the entire firehouse for the parade today. Hopefully everyone is on their best behavior and we don't have any fires happening.
Here comes the ladder unit. We have, our eye in the sky up there, our camera person, eye in the sky. It's going to get pretty close.
Yes, that's
Might
right.
be able to reach down. And
I think they could outreach Hannah, our friend in the bucket up there.
Yeah, we could give her a shout out right now. Hannah, doing a fine job up there in the cherry picker.
Yeah, Hannah Morgan is a communication studies, broadcast, and digital media major at Southwest. This is her second year in the bucket, we would say. She was a freshman last year, and she loved being high and the eye in the sky so much, she said, I want to do that again.
Yeah, she wouldn't have let anybody else do it this year.
Exactly.
She needed to do it.
Here comes a Cub Scout pack, and they're selling caramel corn. That would enhance your enjoyment of the parade, I'm sure.
As North Memorial Ambulance approaches us, we can mention to our viewers and those at home that are watching on television, North Memorial Ambulance provides 9/11 coverage to Marshall, Taunton, and the rural areas around Marshall. They have 8 paramedics and 9 EMTs on staff, and of course they are trained and well prepared to help in any emergency. So a big shout out and a big thank you to North Memorial Ambulance.
You know, as I was riding my bike down to the parade route this morning, Jan, I saw the North Memorial Ambulance on a call. So they were rendering assistance, and I thought how appropriate. They're going to be one of the leaders of our parade today.
And approaching our area of the parade is SMSU President Kumara Jayasuriya and his wife Sal. They're driven by Alex Wood in a 1964 Cadillac courtesy of Lockwood Motors. President Jayasuriya is the 10th president of SMSU and hopes the entire community will spread the word on what an outstanding choice of school Southwest Minnesota State University is.
And following President Jayasuriya, Jan, is Dr. Ross Wasfet. Dr. Wasfet is with his wife Sonia, driven by Michael Bodenheimer. As Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs at SMSU, Dr. Wasfet acts as the Senior Academic Officer, and he oversees the work of the deans.
This year's Alumni Achievement Award honorees include Mary Reisdorfer Furman, Dr. Carl Harris, Kyle McGowan, and Clark Meyer. Honorary Lifetime Membership Awards go to Dr. Jim and Marianne Zarzana. Emily Kramer Joustra received the Graduate of Last Decade Award, also called the Gold Award, and the John and Kathy Paxton Alumni Service Award given to the Ken and Gwen Mukamela family. So we have to pause here and wave because they're all close personal friends of ours. There they are. Whoa, yeah. Candy.
I think our friend Jim should be throwing copies of the Marsko saga.
There's the mayor.
Here's Mayor Burns. This is Bob Burns. He's the 30th mayor of Marshall and the 30th year in his years as mayor. It's his 30th SMSU homecoming parade. I'm sorry, I got a little too excited there. He's in a Spider driven by Chari Hamilton.
He's followed by the Mustang Pep Band, a high-energy ensemble that aims to generate enthusiasm in any audience. And the Pep Band provides music to enhance the atmosphere at SMSU sporting events and other occasions. They always hope the audience leaves with a smile on their faces and a tune in their ears.
And here's the SMSU Student Activities Committee. They're the main programming body for SMSU. SAC plans, coordinates, and evaluates programs and events on campus. SAC is pulling this year's homecoming royalty float. And here's the 2022 SMSU Royalty Court. They're right on there. We have Queen Jennifer Aguilar. She's a senior majoring in communication and double minors in Spanish and marketing. And King Samuel Lund. He's a junior majoring in political science and justice administration.
The Mustang cheerleaders cheer at all home football and basketball games. Their goal is to promote the brown and gold at SMSU and throughout the community. Cheer with them as the Mustangs fight for another Mustang victory.
And following the cheer team is Prairie Home Hospice and Community Care. They're a freestanding nonprofit organization that provides hospice services. Prairie Home Hospice and Community Care has set the standard for end-of-life care in Lyon County and the surrounding communities since 1984.
And following that Prairie Home Hospice and Community Care unit is Just for Kicks. Led by Director Melissa Rutledge, Marshall Just for Kicks is in their 27th year of providing a learning environment focused on teamwork, proven dance techniques, and building confidence. For more information, you can visit justforkicks.com/dance classes. So look for them online if you need more information on Marshall's Just for Kicks. I think they're pausing to
doing a little routine
do a little
there
Just for Kicks
the intersection.
there. Yeah.
While they're pausing and we're waiting on the next entrant to come, I will let you know that we had some King and Queen candidates for the homecoming title of King and Queen. Gabriel Camargo is a senior accounting and finance major from Santo André, Brazil. He was sponsored by Enactus, a King candidate, and we had a couple Queen candidates. Emily Bruns, a senior majoring in ag communications and leadership, and then Jessica Bowl, who's a junior social work major, sponsored by the rugby club.
Here comes the SMSU childcare. They're open Monday through Fridays from 7 in the morning until 6. They offer childcare for children 6 weeks to 12 years old. They provide care and education to your child, teaching them lessons that will last throughout their lives. So, there you go. Child Care Center, and what's that say? Rounding
up the future
Oh, the
Mustangs.
Rounding Up the Future Mustangs.
And they're making a little bit of noise, too. And
Yeah.
following them is the SMSU Student Social Work Association. SMSU offers a Bachelor of Science social work degree in beginning general social work practice on campus or fully online. The program prepares students to work with individuals, families, small groups, communities, and organizations.
Here comes First Independent Bank. They're big enough to know business, small enough to know you. An independent community bank established in 1903. Find out more at their .com site, easy to find, and they are a member of FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. First Independent Bank.
Holy Redeemer School is our next entrant. At Holy Redeemer School, we strive to live as Jesus would want us to live by providing a Christian atmosphere where all learn and grow academically and spiritually. We offer pre-K through 8th grade, Call our office to learn more or schedule a tour.
The Holy Redeemer School is followed by the SMSU International Student Organization. International Student Organization is SMSU's resource for any international students who need help at any time for the academic year on campus. ISO is displaying the many nations represented at SMSU. Let's go, Mustangs. And I'm going to tag something onto that, Mark. At 4:40 this afternoon, just before the 5 o'clock football game, at 4:40 and 4:45, they're going to introduce the SMSU royalty, and there will be a parade of nations at the Schwann Regional Events Center. That'll be down on the field, and I suspect some of those flags we see right now in the parade will be waving proudly prior to that football game at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Don't forget, homecoming game is at 5 o'clock as the Mustangs take on Upper Iowa.
Yeah, those Peacocks, they don't know what's going to hit them. And here's a nice old car. It's approaching. Beautiful old Model A, I believe.
Everybody always enjoys, the classic cars as they come down the street in a parade.
It's a beautiful Ford convertible. It's a Ford Galaxy.
Could remind some of our viewers and listeners, 1 o'clock this afternoon, if you're interested, the Planetarium Star Show Extreme Universe, featuring highlights of SMSU's newest telescope to travel to the limits of the universe. And our planetarium is located in SM Science and Math 108. So the Star Show, 1 to 2 o'clock.
We just saw the SMSU LGBTQ Plus Club. And there is space for SMSU students who are part of the LGBTQ plus community, find friends, community, and support. Last year, LGBTQ plus Club hosted a queer prom on campus, and they look forward to hosting it again this year.
And they were followed by the SMSU Chorale, the university's elite mixed voice chorale ensemble. The SMSU Chorale is open to any major by audition. Looks like the Ag Club.
Yeah, there's the Ag Club. It allows students to explore their interests in agriculture and the agricultural industry and interact with local agricultural businesses. They are involved in many campus events throughout the year, like the Ag Bowl Scholarship Invitational.
And waving very regally in royalty is the Box Elderbug royalty, as crowned at the Minnesota Box Elderbug Days in early September. A queen and princesses who are juniors in high school are crowned every year based on the score. This court will reign until the next Box Elderbug parade.
And here's the SMSU Criminal Justice Club. Throughout the years, they've had speakers about working with the FBI, the Minnesota State Patrol, and the Department of Corrections. Students have also toured prisons, attended conferences, and held awareness events through the SMSU Criminal Justice Club.
The SMSU Residence Hall Association, RHA, is committed to providing services and solving problems for campus students. On October 29th is their annual Res Halloween event, where you're welcome to bring the kids to come trick-or-treat in and around the resident halls, and they hope to see you all there.
And
here's the SMSU Chem Club.
That familiar Erlenmeyer flask, I think that is. The SMSU Chemistry Club is a group of students passionate about spreading their love of science. The Chem Club does a variety of activities during the year, like hands-on science, reaction shows, and liquid nitrogen ice cream events. Boy, that sounds like it would be tasty right now.
Passing by us now is the Lyon County Republican Party. The Lyon County Republican Party is honored to be part of SMSU's homecoming. They support Michelle Fischbach for Congress, Gary Dames for State Senate, and Chris Wazinski for State House. Enjoy the parade and go Mustangs.
Now, we're accustomed to seeing all those signs on the lawns, but man, that float is peppered with them. And here comes the SMSU Veterans Club. Wow, there they go, the Veterans Club. Did you know that SMSU had a Veterans Club? The Veterans Club provides military and veteran benefit needs and a place to find inclusion at SMSU. You don't have to be a veteran to be part of the SMSU Veterans Club. Everyone's welcome.
Oh. They're trying to throw candy up to Hannah in the cherry
bucket.
picker, the sky bucket, but not quite getting it there.
Now, Jan, I think our script says the SMSU Newman Club should be next, but I'm not certain if that's the Newman Club or not. But
No, actually, this is the part of our script, Mark, where we were told to wing it.
that's right, too.
Because they didn't know who was going to be unit number 23, so
right.
It's the American Red Cross.
Ah, there we go, the
There you
American
go.
Red Cross. And there comes the SMSU Newman Club, right, following the Red Cross. You know, many workers from the American Red Cross in Minnesota are down in Florida now. Actually, a couple of SMSU employees are volunteers with the Red Cross and are dispatched down to Florida, render assistance after Hurricane Ian. So certainly appreciate the work they do. Following the Red Cross, I believe that is the SMSU Newman Club. The Newman Club, or the Catholic Stangs, are a group of enthusiastic students committed to serving each other and those around them on campus. Join them on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. for games, supper, service opportunities, and more.
And up next in our lineup is the CLC Lawn Care Landscaping and Snow Removal. CLC Lawn Care and Landscaping offers dethatching and aerating lawns, hedge and small tree removal, storm cleanup of downed trees and branches, and autumn leaf removal. Now offering residential and commercial snow removal. So CLC Lawn Care Landscaping and Snow Removal.
And you know, Jan, there are some kids walking along the parade route here, tossing candy, and I think they're with the Marshall Area Wrestling Association. Marshall Area Wrestling Association supports amateur wrestling in Marshall, Lakeview, and RTR communities. Marshall Area Wrestling Association holds pre-K through 6th grade youth wrestling programs every year. Check out their Facebook page for more details.
Quick reminder, Mark, of other activities on campus this afternoon at 12:30. SMSU Swimming and Diving, the Brown and Gold Duel at SMSU's Natatorium in the PE building. So maybe check that out. I've never gone to a swim and diving meet at SMSU in the Don Palm Natatorium.
David Sturrock is running for Lyon County Commissioner in District 2, which votes at the Marshall Middle School. He's a proven record as a leader and a problem solver in local government. David teaches at SMSU and wishes all Mustangs a happy homecoming.
Another event happening on campus or near campus early this afternoon. If you've not been out to see the Elizabeth Lockwood Alumni and Visitor Center, today would be the day to do it from noon until 5 o'clock this afternoon. In other words, all afternoon, an open house for the Elizabeth Lockwood SMSU Alumni and Visitor Center. And that's right there just across the street from SMSU, and that's now where people start if they've come to visit the campus or need a tour or just need more information about SMSU. So that open house today is noon to 5.
And here comes Sarah Brink. Sarah is running for the Marshall School Board. It would be an honor to serve our district, and she would appreciate your vote on November 8th.
Here comes the SMSU Collegiate DECA. They are the SMSU DECA, and their goals are to prepare emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management in high schools and colleges around the globe. The SMSU Collegiate DECA.
And following them is SMSU Education Minnesota of Aspiring Educators. They're an organization on campus that helps aspiring educators ease into the field. They meet every first Thursday of every month from 12 to 1 p.m. in the IL building. And they always have free food. They're always open to everyone.
Here's the SMSU Upward Bound. SMSU's trio Upward Bound serves Marshall High School, Yellow Medicine East, and Worthington High School, grades 9 through 12. The goal of trio Upward Bound is to provide participants with opportunities to succeed in their higher education endeavors.
And here come the Lyon County Democrats. They actively support our rural communities, family farms, rural schools, and the men and women who work hard to care for their families and put food on the table. They will fight to preserve, protect, and defend our democracy, the Lyon County Democrats.
And we might as well just start waving now, because I know candidate Anita Gall is going to wave at us.
Look at that. She's dressed as a suffragette today. Awesome.
Another quick mention, I said that the Elizabeth Lockwood SMSU Alumni and Visitor Center would be open all afternoon. People can scoot over to the Heritage Gallery between 1 and 2 this afternoon. If you know someone who is in the SMSU class of 72, they're having a reunion in the Heritage Gallery Student Center, SMSU Student Center. That's from 1 until 2 today.
You know, Jan, this afternoon, prior to the big game, the tailgating and family fun fest with food and a beverage garden and music starts at 3 o'clock. So get out there to the Regional Events Center early and get in on all that fun.
And then, as I mentioned before, 4:40 and at 4:45, introduction of SMSU Royalty and the Parade of Nations in the Schwann Regional Events Center.
Here comes Todd Draper. He's running for Lyon County Commissioner in District 2. Todd believes the experience and contacts he has gained working with government agencies will aid him in being a good county commissioner, and he looks forward to the opportunity.
He's followed by the Marshall Area Amateur Hockey Association. The Marshall Amateur Hockey Association provides youths age 4 through 15 the opportunity to play hockey. Registration for the 22-23 season is open. Check out their Try Hockey for Free event on November 5th. All kids are welcome. Visit Maha's website for details. And
wow, look
of
at all
course,
those wheels, man.
Oh, hey, nice shot on goal.
Nice shot on goal. I wasn't prepared. I guess I wouldn't have been a good goalie on that one. Would have gotten right by
Oh,
me.
we're being plummeted. We're being plummeted. But having two grandkids that came up through Maha and ended up playing hockey for Marshall High School, many a Maha hockey game did I attend.
Mm-hmm. And here comes Keller Williams Preferred Realty, one of our local realtors in town. They're pulling their familiar trailer. Think if you need that when you're doing your move, they will loan it to you. It's part of their service. It looks like Action Sports coming down the street.
I think Action Sports is followed by Andrew Suby State Farm and SMSU Tennis. SMSU alum-owned business. Andrew Suby State Farm Insurance has been in Marshall since 1995. In the parade with Andrew and Renee Suby are Coach John Parker and his wife Sam, and the SMSU tennis team, which Suby State Farm sponsors. So like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So the SMSU tennis team.
Oh, Hannah just caught that football thrown by Andrew Suby. So she got in on a little bit of the fun. You know,
and let's hope we see a whole bunch of that kind of football catching in the Mustang end zones.
I was just going to say, I think we need Hannah in the end zone at the game today. I don't think she's missed a piece of candy or a football or any article yet that we tossed up at her. Followed by Andrew Suby State Farm is the SMSU dance team. The SMSU dance team performs during SMSU Mustang football and basketball halftimes. They're handing out flyers for their upcoming Disney-themed kids camp on November 12th for ages 4 through 12.
The SMSU dance team is followed by Christ Lutheran Church and Samuel Lutheran School. Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church supports and maintains Samuel Lutheran School and elementary school for children pre-K through the 8th grade. Samuel Lutheran School's theme for this school year is Courageous in Christ. Oh, now there, candy's just being handed to our cameraman.
Right.
So.
Well, that's.
Oh, I think we're going to get a visit too.
Oh,
thank you. Oh, and two of my favorites, Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
Gotta love Tootsie Rolls.
Well, we're dealing with sensitive equipment, so we really don't want to have anything, pummel us with. Hey, here comes Echo Water. That's a familiar truck we've seen running around Marshall. Echo Water is the largest manufacturer of residential and commercial water conditioning products in the world. They pride themselves on unbeatable customer service, and they take care of tough jobs that give the homeowners peace of mind. Echo Water, your water perfected.
They're followed by the SMSU Student Association and Enactus. This is the SMSU Student Association's float. The Student Association members are voted on by the students. The Student Association works hard towards accomplishing tasks and problem solving that relates to student issues. And Enactus is a student-led club that creates projects to address problems on campus and within Marshall. Enactus's flagship project is Mindful Meals, a nonprofit that turns rescued food into meals for students in the Marshall K-12 system.
And Jan, on this big semi that's right behind Enactus in the Student Association, I believe the SMSU men's and women's basketball team is riding, and most of them are walking along.
And bouncing basketballs. Hope they don't double dribble today. Men's and women's basketball are open for their season. They open their season in November, and the women play on November 15th versus Crown College, and the men open up at home on November 19th versus Truman State. So come on out to the the RA facility and root on the men's and women's basketball team. Go Mustangs! The SMSU men's and women's basketball teams, followed by Buffalo Ridge Concrete. Buffalo Ridge Concrete has locations in southwest Minnesota and eastern South Dakota, with 12 locations to serve our residential and commercial needs. Go Mustangs! Is that Coach Bigler driving that totally cool car?
That's Coach Bigler in the little Rambler, right? Yeah.
No doubt what's following the Buffalo Ridge concrete truck. Runnings now very proudly displaying the, thank you. Love hand-delivered candy,
right.
That we don't have to dodge and, shield our face from. But
Here comes a unit representing Runnings, Marshall's very own. Runnings is your home, farm, or outdoor store. It's called Marshall Home for 75 years. Find sporting goods, animal care, clothing, footwear, tools, power equipment, and more. Stop in to see us in Marshall or one of our other 56 locations across the nation.
It was during this past summer that Runnings worked very much with Visit Marshall. And this truck, this trailer has been proudly displaying the Visit Marshall, cultivating the best experiences everywhere this truck goes. Doing a nice job of promoting Marshall.
It's like a big teddy bear is the co-pilot there.
Yeah, the passenger.
Yeah.
He doesn't say much, but
No.
you know, he's a good passenger.
A good companion.
Kind of quiet.
Good companion. Doesn't eat much. That is one long trailer.
Well, that long trailer is followed by Pulver Motor Service. Pulver Towing has been in business for over 100 years. Owned and operated by the Schaefer family, they provide fast and friendly service to the surrounding area. Big or small, we tow them all.
I'd like to see him tow this truck from Runnings. That's what I'd like to see. Following Pulver is Tom Andries. Tom Andries is running for Lyon County Commissioner in District 1. His pledge is to support strong fiscal responsibility with regard to county taxes. He desires a well-maintained system of county roads and advocates for strong law enforcement. Vote Thomas Andries on November 8th.
Here comes the Minnesota Lands and Homes Real Estate. Your team at Minnesota Lands and Homes Real Estate is it. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, recreational property, land, or business, be sure to put their team to work for you. They have people you can trust and the service you deserve. Minnesota Lands and Homes Real Estate.
Jan, our next unit is representing Midwest Bank. At Midwest Bank, we build relationships with doers. The people who start with a dream and are committed to turning it into reality. Check out our extended hours with our new live virtual bankers at Midwest Bank.
Charles Sano is asking for your vote on November 8th. As Lyon County Commissioner, Charles Sano has served Lyon County for the past 8 years and wants to continue to serve. In these difficult times, we need experienced leaders. Charles Sano for Lyon County Commissioner.
Well, Jan, are there bowling pins strapped to the front of that truck?
I was just going to say, how clever, down where the fog lights are usually located.
I believe they are. That has to be the Tracy Lanes. The Tracy Lanes is the only bowling alley in Lyon County. And it's fun for all, whether you're 2 or 92. Perfect for birthday parties, youth group activities, sports team fun, or team building with your work crew. Check us out on Facebook. That's the Tracy Lanes.
Quickly followed behind by the Southwest Minnesota 4-H Llama Alpaca Project. It's part of the Lyon County 4-H program. Members lease their animals from the program and work with them from May to August. The project is always accepting new K-12 members. Contact Lyon 4-H for details. And who doesn't love a llama or an alpaca? They're a big hit.
They are a big hit.
I like the bandanas they have tied around the necks.
Mm-hmm. Dressing them up.
And they are followed closely behind by their work crew with
yes.
buckets and
well, sanitation's very important, very important. Hey, Vishay Hirel Systems is following these llamas. Vishay's electronic components bring to life the world's most popular and important products. Vishay's components supply technologies that people depend on every day. Vishay defines the world's future. Vishay is the DNA of tech.
And they're followed by the folks from Bremer Bank. Bremer Bank is ready to help you solve your toughest problems, seize your biggest opportunities, and achieve success on your terms, now and in the future. Learn more by going to bremer.com or stopping by Bremer Bank right here in Marshall. I hope nobody on these inline skates coming up the road. I was going to say, hit a piece of candy into it, but these little kids are going out and doing a pretty good job of cleaning the street.
You know, if they're not playing hockey, if someone's on inline skates in a parade, they almost have to be a figure skating group. And so I think this is the Southwest Figure Skating Club. They're founded in 1996. The Southwest Figure Skating Club was created to foster the love of figure skating in Marshall and surrounding areas. Skating lessons begin October 15th. Their spring show will be March 18th at the Red Baron Arena.
There's Valley Discount Liquor. Valley Discount Liquor, just minutes north of Marshall, off Highway 23. Monthly beer and liquor sales. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram.
And that's the women's golf team, appropriately on golf
I was
carts.
gonna say, it explains those golf carts.
The women's golf team has competed in 4 tournaments so far this fall and have 2 more tournaments in their fall season. Their next competition is on October 8th and 9th in Larchwood, Iowa at the Augustana Fall Regional Preview.
Hey, as I was coming down Highway 23 on my way to the parade earlier today, I saw this next unit. I knew where they were going. AP Design is more than just an awards store. Their services include promo products, signs, apparel, and decorations for your hometown teens and businesses. Visit their website at apdesignpro.com or find them on Facebook. AP Design, creating ideas for the best results. Looks
And
like,
here are the Marshall Boy Scouts.
yeah, Pack Troop 320.
All kinds of educational learning activities for boys as they grow and work their way to that Eagle Scout badge, right?
I'm going to take just a second here, Mark, to remind our listeners and our viewers that the SMSU volleyball team takes on St. Cloud State University in the PE gym at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So go Mustangs.
And here comes Full Circle Realty. Located on Main Street, Full Circle Realty Group has 4 agents: Morgan, Katie, Michaela, and Robert. From consultation to the closing table, they're with you every step of the way. Full Circle Realty Group, we're there for every stage of your life.
Full Circle is followed by The Independent. Carriers for The Independent are handing out today's newspaper and flyers for Thursday's release of the book, The Sesquicentennial Cultivating 150 Years of History in Marshall and Lyon County, which will be at the Marshall-Lyon County Library from 6 until 8 p.m. So happy birthday, Marshall, and watch for the release of that new book.
Oh, Jan, here comes one of my favorite units in the homecoming parade every year, the curbside vac. Boy, that saved me a lot of hassle and backache over the years. Kick your chores to the curb this fall and spend more time with people you care about. Call Curbside Vac of Marshall and enjoy your free time. Rake, blow, tarp those leaves to the curb however you want to get them there. Poof, they're gone. It's how busy people get the fall done. Curbsidevac.com.
Kind of like
Highly
the fire
recommend
trucks.
that.
Kind of like the fire trucks. It wouldn't be a homecoming parade
Exactly.
without curbside vac, right?
Yeah. Were they throwing leaves? I wasn't looking down, I couldn't tell. They should have been throwing leaves.
I was looking ahead at the next part of the script so that I would know. Here's Marshall Area Homes, your real estate destination for Marshall and surrounding areas. You are in experienced hands with Dwayne, Charles, Kristen, Sherry, and Dustin. They make houses, homes. Marshall Area Homes. Breeze is starting to pick up downtown.
It is getting a
isn't
little
it?
breezy downtown, and we see, spots of sunshine here and there.
Still a beautiful day
It
for a
is.
parade. Don't forget, SMSU kickoff, 5 o'clock this afternoon. The Mustangs taking on the Peacocks of Upper Iowa. Tailgating starts at 3 o'clock. The tailgating and the Family Fun Fest with food, beverage garden, and music. The SMSU royalty will be introduced at 4:40, and the Parade of Nations will follow at 4:45 just before kickoff at the Schwann Regional Events Center. Of course, on the field, go Mustangs.
Here's Keiko Baton Studio. Kay Lee, a 3-time world baton champion, is sharing her baton twirling passion in Marshall. Find them at keikobatonstudio.com or look up Keiko on Facebook. These twirlers are excited to march in the SMSU Homecoming Parade. Wow, look at those amazing, those colorful costumes.
True Light Christian School equips students to be lights who shine. True Light Christian School has been teaching students pre-K to the 8th grade for 36 years in the Marshall community. I'm online at truelightchristianschool.org, Instagram, and Facebook. True Light Christian School. Well, it looks like this year's homecoming parade is wrapping up and winding up.
I think we see the tail end there.
Yeah. Another fabulous SMSU homecoming parade. 2 years in a row now we've had wonderful, wonderful weather.
This is true.
And while the parade finishes up, I just want to zoom one more time through afternoon events from 1 until 2 this afternoon. Check out the Extreme Universe Planetarium Star Show. 12:30, the SMSU Swimming and Diving Brown and Gold Duel at the Natatorium. Noon to 5 all afternoon. Visit the Elizabeth Lockwood SMSU Alumni and Visitor Center. It's an open house today. The class of 72 is having a reunion in the Heritage Gallery Student Center. The Mustangs take on the Huskies of St. Cloud State University in volleyball, 2 o'clock this afternoon in PE Gym. And as we mentioned before, the tailgating starts at 3 o'clock. Family fun, food, beverages, and music. Royalty at 4:40, the Parade of Nations at 4:45, and then, of course, kickoff at 5 o'clock as the Mustangs host the Peacocks of Upper Iowa. And one other event we haven't mentioned yet, stop by the Wooden Nickel at 8 o'clock this evening and partake in the Alumni Social.
And hopefully there'll be a victory to celebrate.
Right.
For sure there'll be a victory. Now, while you were just wrapping through that, I just want to give a shout out to the Marshall Police Department and the Lyon County Sheriff. They just rolled by for all their help in getting the parade route set up, and also to Scott Ewing, our Director of Student Activities, who oversees the parade and helps students put this whole thing together.
And a shout out to our Eye in the Sky and our Studio One and SMSU videographers.
The broadcasting students of SMSU.
We can't do it. Without them, you and I'd just be sitting here talking.
That's
to each
right.
other,
We'd be talking to each other. That's all we'd be doing.
Well, once again, a pleasure to be at the SMSU Homecoming Parade, and we shall bid adieu and see everybody next year.
Wish everybody a happy homecoming, and go Mustangs.